Yo, here we are. Just a mere 6 days away from wrestling's Super Bowl, WrestleMania. Of course, now the screen is jumping on me. There we go. And of course, that means these are my predictions for the matches as I see them laying out or being played out. So let's go. Okay, now starting off, this is going to be a filler kickoff match. This is, of course, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. This will be the fourth one. Nothing really amounts to these things other than some guy gets to brag about it. I think Baron Corbin won his 2 years ago. What's it got him? And all they do is talk about it. So far, there hasn't been a lot of people mentioned who are in it. I'm sure whoever else isn't on WrestleMania will be in it. So far, the people signed up for it are Sami Zayn, Braun Strowman, Goldust, R-Truth, Curtis Axel, Primo, Epico, Bo Dallas, Jinder Mahal, Apollo Crews, Mojo Rawley, Big Show, and Kurt Hawkins. I don't know what the hell happened to Braun Strowman's WrestleMania match, but somehow now he's doing this, and so is the Big Show. So that tells you Shaquille O'Neal is a bitch, and he's backing out of the match. Who do I think is going to win this? It's probably Sami Zayn or Braun Strowman. And the way that the WWE is still treating Braun, I would say it's probably going to be him. Especially since we've seen all these guys right here on the, over the top rope challenge on Raw Monday. And they were just treated like a bunch of buffoons. So my prediction for the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, the winner, I'm going to say Strowman. This match also is shockingly going to be a kickoff match of WrestleMania, which stinks because these dudes, it's a title match, for Christ's sake. How do you not have it on the card? Technically it's on the card, but how do you not have it on the main pay-per-view? Most people are not going to sit around their TVs for 4 or 5 hours and watch these matches. They're just going to stick around for WrestleMania. And Austin Aries, this is his big debut, and that lucky SOB gets to debut on WrestleMania. And of course, he's facing the Brock Lesnar of the Cruiserweights, Neville. They're treating Austin Aries as an eagle so far, as the way they've been booking this match. They do seem to like tossing around the titles nowadays like they're candy. Neville has had the belt now for a few months. I don't know really who hasn't he beaten and who is technically qualified to chase for the title. Not many people. So I can probably see Austin Aries beating Neville. But then basically, how do you still call yourself the king of the cruiserweights? He'd have to get the belt back almost immediately. If this is his gimmick for the next year or so, for who knows how long, he would have to get it back, or he'd have to retain. But do I see a title changing? God, yeah. Do I see a title changing on the kickoff show? I don't know, man. They changed the titles on the kickoff show with the Raw titles 2 months ago, so who knows? All right, I'm just gonna say Austin Aries is my prediction in the Cruiserweight title match. Next match, and I keep saying next match, doesn't mean this is the order. This is just the way I'm doing it on the computer. Of course, is going to be the three-way dance, or the triple threat match, for the Raw Tag Team titles, between Enzo and Cash, the Club, and Sheamus and Cesaro. There's still talk that Cesaro is walking at some point. I like Carl Anderson and Gallows, but we've seen they're pushing Enzo and Cash, even though they haven't been winning. This would make for a WrestleMania moment. And I'm still not real sure how high up that the WWE is with Gallows and Anderson. Because they were basically jobbing them out up until the point they won these belts, and they didn't even win them on a pay-per-view. They won them on the kickoff show. So, they're the top tag team, but they don't get treated like it. And Enzo and Cash were technically supposed to win the titles in that tag team tournament, the one where Enzo got knocked out legit. So that maybe set them back with the company. But technically, in my eyes, Luke and Gallows and Anderson should win. They should retain. But I don't know. I just don't feel it happening. Like I said, I just think this is their chance to put the titles on Enzo and Cash. They've been there now for at least a year. They've served some time. They're the number 2, if not number 3 tag team in the division. And it would be for something new. It would be a WrestleMania moment. So chances are I'm probably going to be wrong, but I think I'm going to be right on this. So I'm going to go with Enzo and Cash winning the titles in the 3-way match for the Raw Championship tag team titles. Next on the card is the women's title, which is being held by Alexa Bliss. She is defending her title against the current female roster of SmackDown, all who are healthy enough to appear, which is secret code for, what's her name? Cameron? Yeah, Cameron. Which is secret code for hometown girl Cameron to appear and most likely win the title back in a WrestleMania feel-good moment in front of her hometown of Orlando. And that's what I see happening. I haven't read anything that she hasn't been cleared, but all I've read is that she had a similar injury just like Rollins, which was only going to require a few months of recovery time, and it's been a few months. And I'm sure she would be very hungry and happy to come back, no matter if she was healed up or not, and win the title at WrestleMania in her hometown. So I think this one's going to be pretty plain and simple. Cameron is going to walk out of WrestleMania as the female SmackDown champion. Next match is an actual long-running feud between Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin in a Who's Balding Worse match. Just kidding. It's actually for the IC title. Ambrose has been hanging on to it for a long time now, which makes it pretty obvious. God, I'm predicting a lot of title changes at this WrestleMania, which usually doesn't happen. But I think this one is probably... Good Lord. Yeah, now that I think about it. Because I'm going to say, there's going to be a lot of title changes on here. But Ambrose has had that title for a long time. God, he might possibly retain. Somebody's got to retain. Every title's not changing hands. That's why, the tag team titles on Raw might stay, but I just don't feel it. Ambrose has had this title for a while now, and this was supposed to be Baron Corbin's breakout year after the draft. He was supposed to be the next rising star. And they haven't really done anything with him. He was really only, in the Elimination Chamber, where he did kind of dominate. Has he won any titles? Has he done anything? No. But I'm going to say he leaves with the IC title. Their feud may go on for another month or two, maybe a SmackDown episode. But I just can't see Baron Corbin not beating Dean Ambrose. Seth freaking Rollins is going to be meeting the Cerebral Assassin. I'm coming out of retirement for my big $1 million paycheck. It's WrestleMania time, Triple H. In a non-sanctioned wrestling match, which is supposed to basically mean that Triple H isn't liable for anything that he does to Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins can't sue the WWE or Triple H or blah, 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 blah. I know this is Triple H, and he's got a gigantic ego, and he hasn't really been winning a lot of these WrestleMania matches, and he likes to put himself over. But I think in this case, he's going to do the right thing, and he's going to lose to Seth Rollins, because it's make, rebuild, remake, blah, blah, blah. Rollins can't come back and lose to Triple H. It's just not a good thing. So I'm going to say Seth Rollins goes over Triple H. But I have a feeling this match is going to be something like what his match was with The Undertaker years ago, where he's going to basically just beat on Seth Rollins, work on his leg and his knee, beat him with a chair a million times, things like that. But somehow, some way, Rollins will come up with the win at the end, because Triple H just can't wrestle. He's going to be blown up at 5 minutes. He's going to be doing everything he can to have rests and things like that, and just a classic Triple H match of the last decade. But Seth Rollins will pull out the win. Next match is going to be ex-BFFs, Chris Jericho, the United States Champion, versus Kevin Owens in a battle for the U.S. Championship title. This one's pretty much well known. Jericho's leaving after Mania, if not a month or two after Mania. I've heard it might be extended now. But either way, he's leaving. Maybe because he's extended a month or two. Maybe he retains. Maybe. But I don't know. I haven't heard it's official. He's signed on for another month or two. I've just heard there's rumors. But I think the writing's on the wall on this one that Jericho is going to lose to Kevin Owens. Owens winning the U.S. title might be a bit of a setback at this point, but hey, he's still a champion. He's still got a belt. And I can only imagine how he's going to diss on America as the U.S. champion. This should be a good match for both of these guys. Jericho performs excellent at WrestleManias, and Kevin Owens can go. So I've got high hopes for this one. This one should be a pretty damn good match, if not a 4-star match. But like I said, I'm going to pick Kevin Owens to win the U.S. title. Next match on the card, it can either be spectacular or it's going to be a stinkfest. I've seen some good stuff out of Sasha and Charlotte, but then I've also seen some shit. Bayley's all right in my eyes. I'm not a big fan of her finisher. I think it's lame. With Battle Cow in this match, the 4-way fatal for the title, I don't know how you can book Nia Jax as like the big Goldberg of the women's division and not have her stomp a mud hole in all these girls. It's going to have to be something like all of them gang up on her and they throw her out of the ring periodically from time to time, doing the typical big man type match where they just keep her out of the match, but she injects herself here and there, because otherwise I just can't see how this match can go down logically without her just steamrolling through all of them. For whatever reason, I don't see Bayley retaining, and I find it really hard for me to put my finger on who they're going to give the title back to, or title to. Do I think it's Nia Jax's night? No. If they put it back on Charlotte's, it's kind of mind-numbing at this point. Sasha potentially, which would still be kind of mind-numbing at this point. I don't know. Bayley could win it just to keep annoying Stephanie in storylines, but I just don't see her retaining. I don't know why. She was supposed to win it at WrestleMania, and as you can see, they changed that, and they gave it to her on an episode of Raw with not a lot of fanfare. So that's why I don't see her retaining this title. I'm just going to say this. It's either going to be one or two of these women. It's going to be Nia Jax for Shocker, or it's going to go to Sasha Banks. I just can't pinpoint right now on who's going to get it. With Charlotte, like I said, it's going to be overkill. What is she going to be, like a 6-time champion in a year? It's too much. So I can't see them throwing it back on her. So that's my prediction in this match. Next match on the card, not a lot of people are fans of, including myself. I'd rather see AJ actually fight a wrestler. Shane is just a spot monkey. Yeah, he can have an okay match. But his last match, he got knocked the hell out in the middle of the ring. You think it would have taught him something. You're not a kid anymore. I mean, you got gray hair. You must be nearing 45, if not 50. It shouldn't become a regular thing that he's in the ring, but whatever. Maybe he's trying to sow his wild oats still. But it just annoys me. Yeah, AJ got a match last year and it was with Jericho, and he lost, and everybody was pissed about that. This year he's going to get Shane McMahon. No one's thrilled about it. They have a time frame with AJ. He's not a spring chicken either. So it just seems like a waste of a match. It's just something for Shane to do. And for whatever reason, I see Shane McMahon winning, and then AJ Styles going bonkers after the match, and he'll end up getting traded to like Raw or something after WrestleMania when they do the draft. Shane obviously hasn't won anything since he's been back, and that's why it's another, McMahon, Triple H, Helmsley ego thing. I just don't see him letting AJ win, which is total crap, because AJ is on a roll, and it's like totally disrespectful. Just like last year, most people don't know, but Vince and Shane were pushing The Undertaker to let Shane beat The Undertaker. Yeah, let that settle in with you for a little bit. You know how stupid that sounds? Thank God Undertaker didn't let them do it. He still has pull in the company, obviously. But yeah, I'm ranting, so that's my pick. Don't be shocked when it happens. Shane McMahon's going to beat AJ Styles. Next match on the card, we have the entitlement twin, Nikki Bella, and her charge, John Cena, versus Miz and Maurice. Miz has had a great year. Maurice came back, joined his side. He held the IC title twice this year. She was a part of his record IC run. Now it's been made public that Nikki Bella and John Cena are a couple. Yay! This match was originally supposed to be Dean Ambrose versus his girlfriend, that announcer. I can't think of her name right now. Renee Young. And for whatever reason, we were saved John Cena versus The Undertaker, with John Cena most likely beating The Undertaker. And he was thrown into this match. And I have no problem with it. John Cena does not need to beat The Undertaker, especially at this stage of his career. John would love it because he gets to pat his stats and say, hey, look, I beat The Undertaker at Mania. That win should definitely not be for him. And he is bitchy about it. He isn't real happy, and he's been letting it known all throughout the WWE universe. But oh well, John, you're getting aged, you're getting old, you have crow's feet. You've been the top guy for a long time. I'm going to be shocked as shit if Maurice and Miz win, even though I think they should, because they're the younger couple, and both of them are going to still be around after WrestleMania. Entitlement twin Nikki Bella was originally going to retire because her neck is hurting her again. Supposedly her arm gets numb, like she has a stinger. And recently I read, well, no, now she's just going to take a vacation after WrestleMania, because she's been working so hard since SummerSlam. And if you watched it in my last video, or whatever it was, my news video, yeah, everybody else has been working hard at SummerSlam too. Nobody's getting time off. That's why, one of the reasons I call her the entitlement twin. She uses her power from boinking John Cena to getting away with a lot of things. I'm predicting John Cena and Nikki Bella go over these two, just because of their power in the company. And there's also a rumor that John Cena is going to propose to her after the match. Yippee! So we can look forward to a marriage down the line on a pay-per-view or something. Ugh. But that's my prediction. John Cena and Nikki over Miz and Maurice. Next match on the card, and yes, obviously there's a lot of them, is Undertaker versus the big dog, Roman Reigns. This match is probably Undertaker's last, but we've been hearing that for a long time, quite a few years now. But Undertaker recently went through with hip surgery, and he's still said to have been in a lot of pain. Yeah, he came back at the Royal Rumble, but if a lot of people didn't notice, he was shuffling around the ring, and he seemed to have been in a world of hurt, and he was basically just being fed guys until he got bumped out of the ring, and you could see it on his face. He was hurting. When he was on, Raw last week, you could tell he was in a lot of pain, and he was hurting. So this probably could be The Undertaker's last rodeo, or the last one for a while. Which would be a shame, because obviously it's an end of an era. I mean, I was a kid when this guy debuted in 1990. Here we are at 2017. He debuted at the Survivor Series match. He was on the $1 Million team, I believe. He came out with Brother Love as his manager. And people are like, who the hell is that? Yeah, he's been around forever. With his retiring, it would definitely be the end of a lot of things. The Attitude Era, the Aggression Era, the Golden Era of wrestling, with Hogan and everything else. He's literally the last soldier. Triple H is in the mix, but he came in the Attitude Era. He's not in Undertaker's class. But this match is just solely to give Roman Reigns a rub. He can be the guy that says he put down the Undertaker. Vince is high on him, Roman Reigns. That's why he's getting the John Cena unstoppable push, the Superman treatment. I'm fine with Roman Reigns winning. I would be furious if John Cena won. Roman Reigns is younger. He's going to be around for 10 years. John Cena's on his way out, doing Hollywood now. He doesn't need the rub. And I don't care for Roman Reigns. I'm not one of those ones who just absolutely hate him. But like I said, it could be worse. It could be Braun Strowman right now versus The Undertaker, which was originally planned too. But so was AJ Styles versus The Undertaker. I think we would have all rather have seen that. Shit, even Sting was in the mix for a while. But whatever, I'm ranting again. But this one's pretty simple, I would say. It's going to be Roman Reigns beating The Undertaker in possibly a retirement match. Next match on the card, we're getting into the meat and potatoes here now. We have the WWE Universal Champion Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar in a long-running grudge match that goes as far back as 2004. Goldberg has come out and claimed this is going to be a bloodbath. Brock Lesnar's come out and said he's going to destroy Goldberg in a squash. Do I see a bloodbath happening? Only if Brock Lesnar flips the script and starts throwing bows like he did on Randy Orton at SummerSlam. For whatever reason, they don't seem to want to give Goldberg actual time to wrestle in matches, which is really ridiculous. But this is WrestleMania, and I would think they would give this guy a 5 to 7, 8 minute match. It's, if we get another squash match, I think people are going to pelt the ring with trash. We deserve a match. We should be getting one. Brock Lesnar's going to win. We all know that. But we deserve a match at the freaking King of Kings event here. We can't be screwed over again. So it's pretty simple here. Like I said, Lesnar's going over Goldberg hands down. This is another match I'm really looking forward to. I love Bray Wyatt. I love his character. I love his promos. He's up there for such a young guy, promo-wise. He's beyond. He's created his own style, basically. No one can touch him. Same thing I used to say about Bully Ray. Bully Ray made his own universe of promos, which is a shame they never did bring him back, but oh well. I want Bray Wyatt to retain. I want him to win. He deserves to win at WrestleMania. He's already been in the company, 4 or 5 years? This is his first major title. Yeah, he did win a tag team title with Randy Orton for, a month? But, whoop-de-doo. This is what everybody wants, is the heavyweight title, and Bray definitely deserved it. Especially for all the WrestleManias and other pay-per-views where he was just the jobber. To me, I feel like Randy Orton's winning because he hasn't had a title in years. This is his first real main event push since he's been on SmackDown. Like I said, Wyatt deserves to continue with the title. But the only way I see that happening is if Eric Rowan gets involved, or Luke Harper defects back into the family, or Bray Wyatt has a new family member. Somebody comes and helps him. Somebody. Eric Rowan has been cleared now to come back to wrestling. So maybe they're saving him for WrestleMania, something like this, a run-in. I don't know. I hope so, because, like I said, he deserves to hang on to the title, but I just don't see it happening. My heart tells me in the wrestling world how this is going to go, and Randy Orton's going to win. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to this match. I think they're going to kill each other. I think the ring entrance alone is going to be 5-star. All right, guys, thanks for hanging in there with me. I'm going to try to make this quick. I have seen some leaked WrestleMania photos of the setup in the arena, and all I got to say is the ring entrance is knuck and futz. The ramp is big enough for 3 cars side by side to come rolling down, which leads me to believe they are not going to have that ramp lit up like they do now on Raw and SmackDown all the way down to the ring. But they have all this scaffolding. Oh, and the ramp, that I say, the ramp goes all the way up into the stadium, into the nosebleed seats. So if the wrestlers are coming down this ramp, they're coming down at a very steep incline. And the ring entrances alone, yeah, they might make for a spectacle because the wrestlers you're going to be looking up at the wrestlers as they're coming down to the ring. But I mean, every ring entrance is probably going to last 5-10 minutes, for Christ's sake. So it's going to be interesting what they're doing here. But like I said, at the top of the arena where the ramp starts, they have the scaffolding, and it's all going up like 50, if not 100 feet in the air. And you can see they're going to plant a giant WrestleMania sign up there. It's sitting down in the middle of the arena right now, but you can tell by the shapes that they're going to plant it up there. But supposedly, it's been leaked out that what they're building up there is a roller coaster. An actual moving, working roller coaster. And potentially, it's going to come down to the ring. Supposedly, the New Day are going to use it as their entrance. But to me, if you have a roller coaster that can bring the stars down to the ring, why wouldn't you do that with everybody else? Granted, it'd probably get really hokey after the 3rd, 4th time you watched it, but still, you made the damn thing. Which is going to be which would be very interesting. Last year, they were trying to have the New Day come down to the ring all on unicorns from the rafters, but obviously, that was probably going to be very hard to pull off. Especially as a secret entrance when everybody gets into the arena and they see 3 unicorns hanging out of the rafters. So then instead we got, the giant cereal box. So potentially we're going to have a really wacky entrance here. But if you remember the last time they were in this arena, they had the giant entrance billboard that they came out of. And everybody thought it was a ship at first and it was just a bunch of skyscrapers. Right now, it's hard to tell what it is what they're making, but construction workers have supposedly been talked to by whoever it was, and it was verified that they're building a roller coaster up there in the structure. Like I said, is it going to work? Are the wrestlers going to get in it? Is it going to be a prop in the matches? Are they going to smash people into the carts? Who knows? But that's big WrestleMania secret news right now. In case you don't know, there's supposed to be a lot of women coming back to get involved with, I think, the Raw women's match. Something to do with the women. I've read how Kelly Kelly's coming back, Victoria, possibly Maria Kanellis. Supposedly the Divas title is going to make a reappearance, if not be brought back. I don't know why it would be brought back. Maybe it's just going to be brought back as some sort of recognition of the past. I don't know. But we're supposed to be seeing a lot of former female wrestlers. Some of them are supposedly re-signed. Like I said, Kelly Kelly supposedly has a 3-year deal. But you can look forward to that, whatever that event is going to be. Don't expect to be seeing Eva Marie. I recently read that she has left the WWE. She's now focusing more on modeling. I think the writing was on the wall about 2-3 months ago when photos were being surfaced to her with her hair dyed back to black. I don't know what to think of that. I think she would have had a major heel run. I think she's just fed up with them. For whatever reason, they didn't ever debut her. And then, yeah, she got popped for Adderall, but supposedly she had a prescription for it. And she did talk back about it and got on social media. But how long ago was that? 8 months? 9 months ago? Then WWE never did debut her. So I think she just quit. She's just done. She knows she's not popular, and she just walked away. She does have an Elite coming out, though, so everybody can look forward to that. There's going to be 4 musical artists playing at WrestleMania. Ugh, I know, 4? I hated whenever they had like Kid Rock come out and we had to listen to him for 5-8 minutes. But Pitbull is going to be there. Maybe he sings the theme song. I don't know. Flow Rider. Some guy called, what was it? Larry Lunch Money or something? I can't remember. And Stephen Marley. Lunch Bag Lewis. I think that's what it was. Lunch Money Lewis and Stephen Marley. So we got 4 musical artists coming to WrestleMania to perform. Like I said, perform what? I guess one of them is going to sing the national anthem. Yeah, I forgot about that. Pitbull will probably sing the entrance. Maybe one of these guys comes down with a wrestler. I don't know. So you can look forward to that. Trying to think. Maybe we'll get some surprise returns like not Samoa Joe. I mean, Finn Balor. He still has yet to reappear. I don't know. But I'm going to let you go. This has hit 30 minutes. Thanks for who has sat through it all. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Hit like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Hit the notification button on my page if you haven't done that yet so you don't miss any future videos. That's it for now. Thanks for watching the prediction video. Leave your predictions, your thoughts. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Mad Viking.